Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 34 update. Everything was pretty good last week. Went to the doctor twice. Three times last week. So we did the stress test where she attacked the machine. She attacked the machine for the ultrasound because we're doing weekly ultrasounds right now. We're also doing weekly stress tests up until she gets here. My 3 doctors are currently arguing about when she should be delivered due to her size. She is very, very small. Her last measurement was 3 pounds, 12 ounces, and they want her anywhere from 4 to 5 pounds. And I am having issues putting on weight, even though I have upped my caloric intake to almost 3,000 calories a day. As you can see, I've got more snacks over there. But I've upped my caloric intake to almost 3,000 calories. I have upped my protein, and this is by request of a dietitian. So before anybody says anything, I've talked to 3 separate dietitians about this. But I've upped my protein to 84 grams. And that is because what really makes a baby grow, it's not only the caloric intake, but the protein intake. So yes, I have talked to nutritionists as well as dietitians about doing these changes, but prior to changing them. My original caloric intake was 2,500 calories, so 2,500, and my protein was 64 grams. So, in turn, because she is not growing like she should, I asked several dietitians before I did it what to do, and they gave me the instructions. So yes, I upped my caloric intake. Yeah, this is fun. She's shifting right now. So I shifted that. She does seem to be growing. She's very, very active still. They keep making remarks about how much hair she has at her age, but come on. I keep teasing her father about, yep, she's going to have more hair than you do, which one of these days I'll have my husband talk about this experience with us. Dogs are all nice and calm now, so we're good. They all decided it's sleepy time. One's sleeping over there, one's sleeping there, and one just got a bath this morning and she's sleeping over there. But you guys asked for a bump because I really don't show my bump. I will never show anything besides this part of my skin. The stomach is completely bruised and scarred. So you guys will never actually see my stomach. Okay, so the bump is this big. See, if you could see, she's actually nestled right here. So I have a part that goes down the center of my stomach. That makes it to where you can tell exactly where she's at. Now she has actually made that scar on my belly so much worse than it was. It's amazing how much she has torn that scar up. We did find out we do not have to switch from the Nexperin, which is the blood thinner that I take at night, to heparin. So I will still be taking this bad boy. Yeah, it knocks every night until she's born, and then for 6 weeks after she's born. I do not like these needles. In fact, these are the needles I hate the most. Well, no, these aren't the needles I hate the most. The ones I hate the most actually have a spring that is right here. And as soon as your plunger, which is this part, hits that spring, the needle jerks underneath your skin. And I am not taking these in my arms or anything like that. These go in my stomach. So they are not comfortable. They do not feel good. They are actually, sometimes they're more painful than others. Matters if my husband, because my husband gives me my shots. He is a very sweet man. He gives me my shots every day. And he will sometimes hit scar tissue because I have had a lot of stomach surgeries due to being misdiagnosed when I was 18, which I think we've gone into that on this channel. It's just in a different area. But we have a lot of scar tissue in there, and sometimes he'll hit it and it will hurt a lot. And so I've taken to going like this in my forehead and biting my finger while he gives injections. I found that is the best way for me to ignore it, because if I jerk or anything, that is not a good thing. My stomach is black and blue from having shots in it. It's understandable. The bean loves to shift right after the injection's done to wherever the injection is and push herself up against it. She loves that. That seems to be her favorite thing to do. Like I get this at 8:40 every single night. The thing is, when you're getting medications from like Walgreens or something like this, you don't always get the same, you get the same medication, but you don't always get the same syringe. When I was ordering from Turkey, I got the same syringe every single time. The thing I've noticed between syringes I got from Turkey, which I was ordering from my doctor in Mexico, and the ones I get here in the United States, is they're sharper. They hurt less. And they're not the safety needles. I did have somebody ask me the other day, because I did IVF, am I going to put all the needles it took to have the baby around her? No. You think about, I have had one of these a day for my entire pregnancy. And I had 4 shots a day, 4 or 5 shots a day during the original IVF process. And then after, I would have 2 to 3 injections for the first trimester. Yeah, no. It would be like a mountain of needles. I am on my 4th 1-gallon size sharps container. My 4th during this pregnancy. And I still have 2 more boxes of needles, well, syringes, in my closet for the next time. Because needles aren't going to go bad in a year. So I still have 2 boxes in my 100 count needles in my closet, because there are certain medications that you cannot get here in the United States that I was on, and they take syringes. They're injections. So in turn, I have needles. I had to buy needles. Like Walgreens and everything would not just sell me a box of needles. So I had to order them from Amazon. Some of the needles are okay, some of the needles are not okay. I will tell you one thing, progesterone and oil, you have to lay there for about 10 to 15 minutes after you get it injected into your butt. It's not the worst. You lay there, let it semi-soak up, and then you can just go do whatever you need to do. But your hip will be sore if you get up too soon. But everything is going fine with Bean. 3 doctors are arguing about when to deliver. So we are really not expecting to make it as far as my main doctor wants. I normally deliver around 35, 36 weeks. But she does want Bean to have as much chance to grow as much as possible because she was only 3 pounds 12 ounces at the last measurement. So she is wanting to deliver her around July 2nd is when she set up my induction. My other two doctors want me to deliver at week 37 for the simple fact my mutated genes and my disorders make it more and more dangerous the longer we go pregnant. My mortality rate goes up. At week 37, first day, I will be at a 40% mortality rate. I may look white, but I am not quite white. I am actually mixed. I am just incredibly fair complected, and you can't actually see my actual eye color because it looks kind of like a gray blue whenever it's actually blue green. It's kind of funny. But in fact, one eye is actually more green than the other, so it's really funny. But on that hand, it goes up a little each day, and they do not want me going any later than 38 weeks. So we will be delivering at 38 weeks, hopefully, because that's what my doctor wants. But we do not know for sure if I'll actually make it because both my other children were born before week 36 was up. So we don't know if we'll actually make it there, and my doctor will be out of town on week 37. So more than likely I'll go into labor on week 37 and she will not be there for the delivery. Because that is what seems to happen every time, is my main doctor is not there. My first one, she had gone out of the state for a convention or something. My son was not due for a month. So she didn't think anything about it because it was my firstborn. In fact, his due date was 5 weeks away. And she went to this convention and he was born. So another doctor had to deliver him. Had a terrible experience. That was at Mercy Hospital in Oklahoma City. And that was 25 years ago. Then my daughter's doctor had gone down to Dallas. There was an ice storm, and I was at 36 weeks almost. And I went into labor. And she couldn't make it back to the hospital in time to deliver her. And that was an even worse experience. The hospital that I went to did not feed me. I did not receive breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I think I received one meal, and 90% of it was things I was allergic to, which was in my paperwork, things I was allergic to. And the doctor that delivered her did what my husband, my now ex-husband, asked for him. So we won't go into that right now. But yeah, so that was a terrible experience as well because of other issues that happened during that time. But we're not going to go into that. This one's going to be completely different. I've got a great support system. I've got my daughter, my son, and my current husband. It's all good. But you guys got your bump update and everything. I have 2 appointments this week, 3 appointments next week. I think 4 appointments the week after that. No, I have 3, 2, 3. And then I have to make another stress test appointment because of when my one doctor is extending the induction date too. because we were going to induce on the 19th and now we're going to induce on the 2nd. So I don't know what's going on there. But thank you for coming. Please like and subscribe and have a great day.